Hey, welcome to another episode of Sip and App. Today, I'm sharing the salmon appetizer recipe that truly has everything you ever want in a single bite. I'm also going to give you a few different ideas for garnishing and presenting this dish for your next cocktail party, so stick around till the end. Let's start by making my best kept secret sauce, the orange ginger glaze. As you can see, I'm using a microplane zester, which is one of the most used tools in my kitchen. Because this sauce is not going to be strained at the end, it is important that all of the fresh ingredients are grated or chopped super finely. Yes, it has 11 ingredients, but the only fresh ingredients that you have to prepare are orange zest and juice, grated ginger and garlic, and some finely chopped shallots. And once everything is ready and measured, you simply whisk everything in a bowl and cook it for just a couple minutes in a small pan over medium heat. Keep stirring until it thickens and set it aside. Next, we are going to prepare the walnut crust by finely chopping some walnuts and combining them with the breadcrumbs. You really could use any of your favorite nuts here, or if you're not into nuts, you could omit this altogether and double the amount of breadcrumbs in the recipe. Now we can finally bring out the star of this episode. If your salmon came with the skin, go ahead and remove it carefully as I'm showing here. You can always ask it for it to be removed at the fish counter, but I like to cook it separately and feed it to my dog, so I always prefer to buy my salmon with the skin on. Depending on the thickness of your fillet and how you want to present it, cut your salmon into bite-sized pieces. Today I'm showing you two ways. First, using a round pastry cutter to cut out some cylinders. On this day, I was just feeling fancy and going for a sophisticated look, but this obviously produces a lot of unnecessary scrap pieces, which don't worry, this did not go to waste. So here I'm also showing you how you can simply cut them into 1-inch cubes, which are much easier and faster. Make sure you season all sides of your salmon pieces with salt and pepper before getting them ready for the breading station. Dip the outer surface or sides of each salmon piece into the flour, followed by a bath in beaten egg, and finally coat them with the walnut and breadcrumb mixture. Again, I'm just going for a certain aesthetic here, but you could of course decide to coat all sides of each piece and make your life a little easier. When you finish with the breading, heat a skillet over medium heat and lightly coat the bottom with oil. This would also be a good time to preheat the oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Place the salmon pieces in the pan and fry each side for a minute or two until it browns nicely. You don't have to worry about fully cooking all the way through at this point. Take them out onto a baking sheet and finish cooking them in the oven for 3 to 5 minutes for those pieces that are less than 1 inch, or 5 to 8 minutes if they are more than 1 inch thick. A good way of testing if they're cooked all the way is to push in a toothpick at the thickest part of the salmon. If it goes through with no resistance, it is fully cooked. All you have left to do now is to enjoy these with my mouth-watering orange ginger glaze. As promised, I'm showing you two different ways to present this dish to your guests, but these are just suggestions. Even if you're not a big fan of salmon, I hope you'll try making this orange ginger glaze, as it goes so well with so many other proteins like chicken, pork, shrimp, and even tofu. If you enjoyed this episode, please make sure to subscribe to my channel so you won't miss any of my future videos. Thanks for joining me in the kitchen today. Until next time, Cheers!